Hey guys, it's Baron J67 coming to you again with another at least 10 hours or more with. And the reason I created these videos and I started this series is to give reviews to people who are consistently buying games and they don't ever finish them, or they don't have the time that they used to, but they still love gaming. And I'm one of those people, the latter. I continuously buy games. I don't have the time to play them all, but I absolutely love gaming. So I'm putting these videos together to showcase the games, showcase what games I'm playing, and to let people know if they really are worth the time, and if the very little time you have, you can actually put in and enjoy the game and keep up. So let's get into it. No Man's Sky, released August 9th, 2016 on PC and PS4, developed by Hello Games, released on Xbox One, July 2018. This game at release was supposed to be the grandest space exploration experience. Sean Murray and the small team at Hello Games showed No Man's Sky at E3 2014, a game that promised dramatically different planets, factions, species, and ways of spending time in a procedurally generated universe. Yes, an entire universe. Every planet, every star reachable. Yes. Now, at release, the game was not measuring up to what was promised. It was hollow, but held my attention for a few weeks, but then it started to collect dust on my TV stand, never to be played again until around May 2019. After reviewing its newest update and having my community recommend me jumping back in, I did, and I was immediately hooked. So my thoughts on this game are as if I'm playing this game for the first time. Just a disclaimer, I'm not trying to add too much of what was in the past. So 49 hours in and less than 15 planets visited, this is the game the developers wanted to give us at release. Just a few years off the mark, but hey, it's the kind of gaming industry as a whole right now, but that's another topic for another day. Let's start off with the negatives. It does not have any major cities or heavily built or populated areas so far, at least so far that I'm into the game. Now, I know that's asking for a lot, especially from a small team, especially on a game that's as big as it is, but I had to come up with some type of negative because the game's not perfect, but I couldn't figure out anything other than that to not make it perfect. Honestly, I had to dig deep to find something. So now let's just jump right to the positives. This game has very few loading screens. I mean, you can just run around this game. The only time you run into loading screens is when you're jumping through a portal or you're going through hyperspace, which, unless you're just constantly burning through antimatter fuel, like warp fuel, you're not doing it that often. You spend a lot of time, at least the way I've been playing, because there are a bunch of ways to play, you spend a lot of time in whatever star system you're in. So plenty of missions, resources to gather, ships to buy, and types of bases to build. Right now, my base on my home planet looks like crap. It's like a shack, but my freighter is dope, and I have a bunch of other ships that I send out to work, but I'll talk about that in a sec. So some things you get to do. You get to name your ships, your freighters, your multi-tool weapon, planets, star systems, planets, plants, and any rocks you find. You get to name just about everything in this game. You get to put your thumbprint on this universe. Oh, and that's something I forgot to mention. The universe is shared. Anytime you log into the game, you are in the same universe that I am in. Now, only time we can interact with each other is when we're within our own, I guess not servers, but you can jump into a player's specific world. But if you fly past my star system, like I got one called Anubis 5, if you go to Anubis 5, it'll say Baron J67 created it. So yeah, that's something that's really cool. You get to name just about everything, and it keeps your data in the entirety of the game. Okay, so now enemies. The main enemies you encounter on the planet surfaces, because yes, you come across enemies on the planets and in space, are Sentinels. They're a machine race that you're trying to figure out why they exist and who created them. I mean, you don't have to, but that's kind of one of the storylines that's there for you. And then also, you'll come in contact with some creatures that just want to eat you. I've been on a planet where I got killed by a giant, weird looking, not centipede, grasshopper. Like, I've been killed by a lot of weird stuff. And then, of course, in space, you have to worry about pirates. Now, what they'll do is they'll pop up and a bounty amount will show up, and they'll scan your inventory and try to shoot you down and take your stuff. Once you get a freighter, you can hire ships to join your crew, and you send them on expeditions, which bring you in a bunch of money. But it does cost a lot to keep them upgraded, and they can get destroyed. Though I've had a mission where the ships almost didn't make it back, and I had to bring them back early. And yeah, so, but there's plenty to do. Plenty to do. Now, I'm getting kind of wordy, and clearly I'm enjoying the game. So for my final breakdown on it, on whether or not I'd recommend this to people who don't have that much time to game, it's going to be twofold. Yes, if you're a resource collecting RPG space nerd like I am, if you're into that type of stuff, if you played Mass Effect and you had no problem collecting the resources needed to build your ship, which those who played Mass Effect knows how boring that was, or how boring and tedious that could be, you will be doing a lot of resource collecting or money harvesting in order to buy the resources needed to build what you need to do to get to where you need to go. Now, for the no, I will not recommend this game to people who are constantly looking for a fast-paced action experience. This game does not offer that enough to where I would truly recommend it. If that's what you're looking for, there's plenty of other games you can go play for that. This is not that experience, in my opinion. You can find it is there, but I just, for the overall point of the game, no, I would not recommend that. I'm getting wordy. Thank you again for bearing with me on my rant about No Man's Sky. Please check out Nerds Noir. Clothing line brand is up, or it's a brand, not a clothing line, but link is below. Then also check out my podcast I do with my brother T Jones, Adventures of the Black Nerds, and please subscribe. I really do need all the help I can get, and to those who are subscribed already, thank you, and for those who are new, welcome, and hopefully you hit that button. But I'm Baron J67, and peace.